Okay, so episode 3 of the Matt-umentary, Matt, you excited? No, seriously, come on. Last week, you went out and did close-up magic to a guy, and he loved it. He was like, what? What's going on? If I'd have told you 2 months ago that would have been happening, you wouldn't have believed me.
It was weird, man. He actually, really liked it.
And to catch people up that have been following this religiously, over the last...
Which is nuts.
Over the last week, Matt's been really trying hard with this close-up, haven't you?
Yeah,
and
really have.
I know, and we're going to be showing people more footage of you doing close-up next week, and we're going to be going through a lot of the stuff that you've been learning. However, this week's all about doing kid shows. And I know that there's going to be people watching this that are going to be saying, well, why is Craig teaching Matt how to be a kid's magician? He doesn't need to learn how to do that. But I believe that if you're going to be a really good magician, you need to be able to do everything. You need to be able to do stage magic, close-up, kid shows. I can't tell you the amount of times I get booked for an event, a private event or a wedding, and there's kids there, and, you know, I have to be... My ability to be able to perform to kids really comes into its own there. And somebody who's worked on stage in pantomimes, you should know how important it is to be able to carry a performance to kids as well as adults.
It is important, doing panto and stuff, it's obviously the, vast majority of the audience is kids, and that's who you play into. But yeah, when you've said it like that, when you said it earlier, didn't you, when we were talking about it, and yeah, it's to be able to be a close-up magician. A lot of the gigs that I book in for the magicians for Slightly Unusual are for weddings, and obviously there's always a crap load of kids at weddings.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you need to just focus on the kids, but being able to do something that will impress the kids and the adults is important. So this week's going to be all about kid shows. It's going to be all about learning kids. And I'm not going to be stupid enough to send you to a kids' party immediately. That's going to be in a week or two. However, I have an idea. However, what we're going to do today is I want you to learn how to do a kid show. So I'm going to teach you a simple 15-minute kid show. We're going to expand on that. Before you go and do a proper kid show, you're going to have to learn action dances and party games and maybe do a 40-minute show. But today, really, doing a kid show is more about the attitude, and it's all about how to perform to children. It's about how to actually get their attention and get them interested in what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So I've put together a really simple show. Well, I haven't put it together. It's on the training website. Let me explain. There's you're going to do a warm-up. Then you're going to do something called a silver scepter, pop-off wand, and you're going to finish off with acrobatic knot.
Okay.
That should run about 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
Now, for those people that don't know, here at Non-Stop Kids, we actually have a training website for all of our kids entertainers, which is massive. Hundreds of hours of video footage, and it's only accessible by people who work with Non-Stop Kids. I'm going to give you access to that. I'm going to give you access to the live performance videos and also to the training videos for those 4 tricks. And what I want you to do is I want you to put together this 15-minute act, and you've got until after school. We're filming this at 10 o'clock in the morning. You're going to have a couple of hours off. I've covered it with Liz, to watch the training videos and work out what's going on, because then what's going to happen is Ryland and Thea are coming in after school, and they're going to be your audience. So they're going to sit here. It's only going to be a couple of kids. Now, they've watched magic before. They've watched magic before. Have you met your son? Yeah, so he knows how to be a good audience. He knows how to be a good audience.
Apparently Ryland's seen some magic before.
I'm quite shocked by
Were you
that.
aware?
No.
Have Ryland seen magic before?
Yeah, so he knows how to be a good audience. So they're going to sit here.
You're not going to make me perform to Ryland?
And Thea, yes, both of them. And you're going to do this act. Now, obviously, he knows the tricks, but he's going to...
Oh, you think?
Yeah, he knows all of them. But the important thing is, so I'm going to sit you down in front of the training website. Here's the important thing, right? The important thing, and you'll see this in the training videos, the important thing when you're performing for kids is it's the attitude. It's about high energy. I always say to people, when you're performing to kids, every 5 seconds something should be happening. You either are making them laugh, you're making them smile, you're doing something magical, you're asking them a question. The interaction is the key, because kids are very honest. With an adult audience, you can be performing for adults, and if they don't like it, they'll stay and clap out of politeness. Get kids, if they don't like it, they'll either boo, throw something at you, or walk off. So you've got to make sure that it's really...
If Gordon throws something at me, I swear to God, I'm going to kill him.
He wouldn't do that. He'd probably just drop kick your kneecaps. But again. But you got to make it really interactive. You got to make it really fun. You got to make it really high energy. Ask lots of questions. You're going to see a lot of the training videos to see exactly what I'm talking about. But the tricks I've pick for you the very easy tricks to do. I'll sit down and go through them with you as well, but you're going to look at the training website. You got a couple of hours to do this, right? And then you're going to try and present the show to Ryland and Thea.
Why Ryland?
Because I'd rather do it to Ryland than take you out to an actual kids gig, right? We need to get you there. So that's what it is. But like I say, it's an attitude thing. And also there's this concept, look, no, see. It's the key thing to magic, to kids. It's a little bit like pantomime, you know, like the he's behind you type thing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that. So in other words, a lot of the time it's not really about the trick. It's about what goes on around the trick, the bits of business. So, for example, you're going to see this trick called the Silver Scepter, where the wand keeps popping up over and over again. You're not aware of it. The audience is aware of it, and they're telling you. And that makes it funnier. If you presented it as, look, I've got this stick, I'm going to make it right, kids wouldn't care. But if something's happening out of your control, and they can see it and you can't, they'll find that hilarious. It's a little bit like Fantasia, Mickey Mouse. You know, when everything goes completely crazy? Mm. It's and that's what makes it funny, right? But it's your reaction. It's your reaction to watching this. So if you react and you go, you've got to be over the top. You've got to be silly. Think about Mr. Tumble. Think about Jim Carrey. Every single overacting thing he's ever done. That's where we're going for. So you got a couple of hours. Any questions? It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Children. Don't look at me so expectantly. You know this is my first time. Go easy. Right, children. Who's seen a magic show before? I've just asked the kid magician if he's seen a magic show. Children. Who's seen a magic show before? Excellent. So there's a few things that we need to do to make sure that you're ready to see a magic show. First thing is that we need you to clap your hands. So clap your hands for me. A bit more energetically, right? Thank you. The second thing we need you to do is make as much noise as possible. So after 3, we're going to scream really loud. 1, 2, 3. Does that always happen? Oh, God. Okay. And the third thing is that we need to make sure that you stay on your bums the whole show. Can we do that?
Oi, on your bum. On your bum? It's on your knees.
She's on her knees. That's close enough. Don't need to be so pedantic. Okay. So I think we can clap our hands really loud. Because there's one thing that happens when you clap your hands really loud. What colour do they go?
Pink and red.
Pink and red. So we need to clap our hands really loud until they go pink or red. Okay? After 3, 1, 2, 3. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Yours are red. Yours are green. Why are yours green? That's disgusting. No, they're red. They're really red. Okay, and then shout really, really loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. There we go. You can shout louder than that. I've heard you shout louder than that. So all those 3 things together mean that we're going to have a really good show. Who's ready to see a magic show?
Me.
So I went to the magic shop the other day, which you should be quite familiar with because you go to loads of magic shops. And I got a brand. What do all magicians need, Thea?
What?
A wand, brilliant. And what colour is a magic wand? Black and
White.
white. Perfect. So I went to the magic shop the other day without Ryland knowing, and I got a brand new magic wand. Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
Yes, brilliant. This is my brand new black and white magic wand.
Oh, green. It's green.
No, it comes in a case because it's super, super special. The actual magic wand itself is black and white.
It's silver.
And it's black and white.
It's silver. Look at it. Silver. Look at it. It's silver. Look at it.
Well, that's rubbish. It was supposed to be black and white. It doesn't matter. Okay, so it was supposed to be black and white. So I'm going to have to take it back to the shop. So what I'll do is I'll put it back in here and then I'll I'm going to put it back in here.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just putting it back in the case, but it's a bit shy and it doesn't seem to want to go back in the case. It's cool. I'm just going to put it back in the case like that. I'm going to put it back in the case.
Why do you keep on turning around?
Because it was shy and it didn't want to go back in the case, so I've just put it back in the case. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to put it back in the...
It's out! What the hell?
Nothing. Look, I'm going to put it back in there, and then it's going to go back in the case.
It's
and
out again!
What? No. I'll put it back in though.
You did it eventually.
I'm being heckled by a 10-year-old. This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. This is a low point, Craig. So, I'm going to put that back in there, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to...
It's out again!
What? I'm going to put it back in the thing like that, and then
It's
what?
out
What?
again.
Huh? It's not. That's it, yeah, because I haven't told it to. So it's going to come back up there.
It's out again!
Oh, God. Oh, I dropped it.
What is this?
Nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to put it back in the...
Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Okay, so I'm going to do a magic trick with some rope. Who likes rope tricks?
Me.
Very good. I've got 2 pieces
Oh, I
of
like
rope.
this one. Acrobatic. What if you... That tells you to not tie have the knot undone, not pre-tie the knot, or they think it's trick knot.
You have to undo the knot first.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're supposed to start with the rope, like, knotted.
Why are you turning around?
No reason. No reason. I've got, basically, you can see them, I've got 2 pieces of rope. One's... What colour's that?
White.
White, thank you. What colour's that one?
Red.
Yay! So I'm going to put the red one over there for now, and then we're just going to use this white one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tie a knot in...
This is where you're supposed to tie the knot.
Huh?
This is where you're supposed to tie the knot.
I am tying the knot.
Well, you just came undone.
No, I'm trying to tie... I'm just tying a knot in it.
Not done? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's done.
Is that okay? Okay, so I've got a knot.
What?
So I've got a knot in a piece of rope, like that, yeah? And then it's... what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the knot disappear. Yeah? You're going to be so impressed. So yeah, I'm going to make this knot disappear. You still awake? Have you seen her face? Oh my God. What has happened to my life? Oh God. Oh, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this knot completely disappear. Are you ready? All I'm going to do is lift it up, and I'm going to drop the rope down, and when I drop the rope down, the knot is going to have completely disappeared. Are you ready? Ta-da!
Mate, you kind of flashed it.
Huh?
You kind of just flashed it.
Oh, did
Show me where it was. Oh, you flashed it now. How do you think that went?
I'm going to go with not great.
Correct. Okay, so my dad has to talk to you because that was kind of rubbish.
Yeah, I know.
Not mine, but okay. Okay, let's start off. You don't look like an entertainer.
What's wrong with me?
Take that off. Take that off and put a t-shirt on.
Oh, right, okay.
T-shirt, like an all-star kids t-shirt.
Okay,
Because that's like makes you feel better, makes you feel like you're an entertainer.
so I've got to do my hair
Yeah.
and take my hoodie off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then shall we talk about the warm-up?
Go on.
Okay, so the whole point of the warm-up is to calm the like, you know, there's like 3 kids in the party. There's like there's the energetic kids, which are the ones that are just going crazy, and you've got the shy kids, and then you've got like the ones that are kind of in the middle.
Okay.
The whole point of the warm-up is to bring the shy kids out of their shell, calm down the energetic kids, and just well, you need to do that. And then so you start off by saying who likes magic, and say me if you like magic, put your hand up in the air. And then they put their hand up in the air and you go, I said put your hand up in the air if they like magic, and shout out me, and then they shout out me even louder, and I said I can't, and you say I can't hear you, say it louder. They go, and then they just say it louder.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how you start off with the warm-up.
Gotcha.
Okay, so once you've done that, you then go into, there's 3 things you need to be, would you like to be a spectator? Well, there are 3 things you need to be a spectator. The first thing you need is you need to be able to clap your hands really loud. So on the count of 3, I want you to clap your hands as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3, and then they clap their hands like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say, like, what colour should your hands be if they're red? And they go, red or pink. And so you say, yes, now, so we're going to try and make your hands red and pink. So I want you to clap really loud, so they clap. And you say, let me look. And they're not red or pink. So you say, look, I can't see any red or pink hands. We're going to have to do it again. We count to 3. Look, get ready. And then like, well, and then they start laughing and you're like, are you laughing at me? And they're like, no. And you're like, are you sure you're not laughing at me? And because of your saying that, and you're like, stop laughing. They just carry on laughing.
Right, okay.
Laughing and laughing. And then you say, look, I'll tell you how to clap. You go, stretch your arms out like this, and you go 1, 2, 3, and you clap really loud. So they do that. And you say, careful not to bump the head of the person next to you. So you do this, and you go, clap, clap, clap. Let me see your hands. Yes, we've got red, 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 green. What's that? Have you been picking your nose? And they're like, no, I'm joking. It's red, 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 red. Okay, so you go like that. And then, once you've done the clapping, you then go into the cheering. Which,
Okay.
well, the clapping. So after the clapping, you go into the cheering. Now the cheering, you get them to say, right, I want you to cheer as loud as you can. See how loud we can get to. Cheer for me now. And you get them to cheer really loud. You say, I can't hear you at all. Cheer louder. You go, I still can't hear you. Cheer louder. And then they'll get to a point where you like, okay, that's fine. And then once you've done that, you're like, okay, so once we've done the cheering, what you need to do is you need to be able to be quiet. So when I do this, I want you to be really noisy. Let's have a practice. And they'll be really noisy. And then, okay, so now once you've done that, when I do this, you stop. So noisy, stop. Are you ready? Noisy, stop. Okay, I think you've been a bit quicker. Let's do it again. Noisy, stop. And you do that 2 or 3 times. And then you go into the staying still. So you say, well, if you want to be, who wants to be part of my act? Who wants to be a helper? And then you look for the kids that are putting their hand up really fast. And they're the ones that are going to be, like really energetic in the show. And you need to watch out for them, okay? Yeah. Okay, so once you've done that, once you've done that, after the clapping and the cheering and telling them telling them who wants to be a spectator, you say, okay, well, if you want to be a spectator, you're going to need to sit on their bottoms. And no matter if they're already sitting on their bottoms, they'll find a way to sit on their bottoms even more.
Okay.
And that makes them sit down for.
And that tames the wild ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tames the wild ones. Okay, so you've done that.
Got it.
And then after the warm up, you go into the Silver Scepter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the Silver Scepter. Now you don't need to like turn around and try to put it in like no. And then once you're doing this, you don't want to like flick it up like you did for it to go down, and then like try to fetch it out. Like you're turning around to try and fetch it out. What you need to do is you need to practice getting this in. Like look, not in. Like that. And then the whole point of the Silver Scepter is to have look, no, see.
What? You're not even holding that?
Yeah, that's the whole point. You were like going, you were doing like that, and then you were like flicking that in on accident, and it was going down, and then it goes down to the bottom, and then what you were doing, you had to turn back around and try to put it back in. So you put it in. After saying like I've got a new magic wand, it's black and white. No, that's the case, like you did. And then you say, well, yeah, well, it's black and white inside. Then you show it silver, and then the whole point of the Silver Scepter is look no see. So look no see is like look no see is that you're not looking. Well, you're looking, but you don't see it. So basically, like this, when you're in this position. You're like, no, you're arguing with the kids and saying, no, it's not popped up. No, it couldn't have popped up. And then you need to react when you do it.
Right, okay.
So you react. And once you've reacted, you're like, what? How is that done? So I thought I pushed that down. Look, we'll do it again. No. Oh, the kids will shout out, it's up. And you're like, no, it's not. Look, let me check. And you're like, oh. So you push it back in. I swear I pushed that in. And then it comes up again and they're still arguing. And you do that a couple of times. And you look, I've got an idea. Well, if it's been so naughty, like, it's been so naughty, I've got an idea. What we'll do is we'll put it in like this. So now it can't come out at all. And then, so that's the big finish basically. It flies off the end.
Right, okay.
And you need to practice getting the timing right. So, like, you need to do this every time to get it up like that. Not this.
Yeah, that wasn't great, was it?
Yeah, so so you need to get the timing right so you can catch it like that. Like I can do it every time now. So like that. You're like that, and it just kept on flicking out. Now, if that ever happens, because it doesn't work, what you do is that ever does it, you're like, what? And you're still doing the look no see. So if that ever happens, which it shouldn't, because you practice, because you need to practice. If it does, you just drop it on the floor and you're like, wait, what was that crash? And then you look down and you see it. So that's the Silver Scepter.
Okay.
Okay, so then after the Silver Scepter, you do this.
What's that?
This is the pop-off wand. You say, well, that one's not great. It's not working for me, so I'll use this. Now, what this is basically two white things and a tube, not normal tube. As you can see, normal tube. Yep. So the idea is you put this on loosely like that, then you put this on. You say to the kids, okay, this is my magic wand. This has never broken on me at all. It has always worked. And what you're basically doing is you're pushing that up. And you're like, this has never fell on me. It's always working. It's never done anything. It has always worked. And they're shouting, it's off. And you're like, no, it's not. And you're like, what's this? And you're like, where's the tube? So you look down and you see it. And you're like, oh, that's where it went. So basically you're like, well, I can fix it. Don't worry. You put that on and that goes flying off. That goes proper flying off. And then when it's going off, you're going to look for it, and what you're doing is you're basically just loosening this, and then you're like, don't worry, I can fix it, as I said. And that's what happens. And then when you're going to get it, you're loosening it, and then you put it on, and you're like, look, I can fix this, it's fine. That happens, and you do that like a couple of times, and then you eventually just give up after that. You're like, do you know what? So basically, you're like this, and you're like, do you know what? It's like this, and this would be loose on. This would be on loose, and you're like, do you know what? We'll just use the tube. You're gonna kill him.
Hello, boys and girls!
Hello.
Hello! Okay, so first thing we need to do is to check who has seen a magic show before. Put your arms in the air if you've seen a magic show before. Excellent. Well, this one's going to be better than any magic show you've ever seen, I promise. But we need to make sure that you're ready to see a magic show. So, who's ready to see a magic show?
Me.
Are you sure you're ready to see a magic show?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready to see a magic show?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You're sure? You're sure?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, so we need to check. So, first thing we need to do, 3 things to check you're ready to see a magic show. First thing is you need to clap your hands as loud as you can. After 3, clap your hands as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Now, there's a way that we can check that you've clapped your hands hard enough. What colour do your hands go if you've clapped them really hard?
Red.
Red.
Red. Pink.
Are your hands red? Not red enough.
No.
So we'll teach you how to clap properly. You're going to open your arms nice and wide. Don't hit the person next to you in the face.
Ow.
Don't hit the person next to you in the face. Open your hands nice and wide. And then on the count of 3, as loud as you possibly can, clap your hands as hard as you can. 1, 2, 3, go! Hands out. Red, red, very good. Hands out. Green. Have you been picking your nose? That's gross. No, I'm joking. Red, very good, very good, very good. Okay, second thing we need to do to make sure you're ready to see a magic show is scream as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3, go! Not bad, but I think we can do better. You know when you're at home and mum and dad tell you to be quiet? Does that happen all the time?
Yeah.
When daddy's telling you to be quiet?
Yeah.
Okay, well here, exact opposite. So you need to be as loud as you possibly can all the time. So should we try it again? After 3, scream at your dad as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Very, very good. Third thing we need to do to make sure that you're ready to see a magic show is that you have to stay on your bums at all times. Who wants to win sweets?
Me.
Who wants to win sweets? I know you do, Thea. The best way that you can win sweets is to stay on your bum in line in front here, and then every time that we need somebody to come up to the front, the people that I'm going to pick to come up to the front are the ones that sit in nicest on their bums. So can we do that, yeah? Yeah. Brilliant. So, sitting on your bums, clapping your hands, screaming as loud as you possibly can, all together, after 3. 1, 2, 3! Yeah! Clapping your hands too! And stop! 1, 2, 3, go! Yeah! 1, 2, 3, go! Very good. Okay, so who's ready to see the magic show? Wonderful. Okay, so I went to the magic shop yesterday in preparation for this very party. And I bought myself a brand new magic wand. Who'd like to see it? What colour are magic wands supposed to be?
Black and white.
Black and white. Excellent. This is my brand spanking new black and white magic wand. Ooh.
It's green.
It's what?
Green.
Let's know it's black and white.
It's green.
It's black and white.
It's green. Look.
It's green because it's in the packet. It's actually, when you take it out of the protective sleeve, it's actually
Silver.
black and
Silver.
white. It's what?
Silver. Silver.
It's not, it's black and white. The guy in the shop promised me that it was black and white.
It's a white and black.
He didn't lie. It's the guy from the magic shop.
It is a white and black.
It is.
It's silver.
Okay. We may have had a mistake
Because
because that does appear to be silver. Right, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back in there like that, and then I'm going to take it back to the magic shop.
It's out.
It's not out. You just watch me put it back in. It's in. It's not out. So put it back in. What are you talking? Oh! Well, that's not good. Maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I did. It's fine. So I'll put it back in there like that, and then I'm going to take this back to the magic shop. What are you talking about? It's not out. I'll put it in. I just did it. It's not out. Ah! Okay, it is out. Well, that's really well. I'll put it back in though. Okay, right. I'm going to put it back in upside down like that. There's no way that it's going to come out if it's upside down. There's absolutely no way it's going to come out. No, it's not. What are you talking about?
Look at it.
What are you talking about?
Look at it.
Look at what?
The
Ah! Right, forget that one. We've put that one away. What I'm going to do is get my old faithful magic wand I've had for years and years and years. It's never let me down. Would you like to see it?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Okay, here it is. This is the magic wand that I've had forever. It's never let me down once.
It's actually off.
It's not, it never lets me down. This wand is amazing. I've had it for years.
But it's on the floor.
That's not good. It's fine. This one never lets me down. Oh, it's fine. All I've got to do is pop that on the bottom of there, and then we hit that up like that, and then it's back on. It's back. Where are you going? I'm doing a magic show. What are you doing? Where did you get that from? That's mine. Where did you get that? You stealing the end off my magic wand. Right, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll pop that back on there like that. We just, oh, it's falling off again. We'll pop that there on the bottom. We give it a tap like that. It goes back on. Where are you going? I'm trying to do a trick here. Where did you get that from? That's my magic wand. How do you keep doing that? Are you a wizard? Are you been copying Ryland? Are you actually a wizard? Right, it's fine. We'll pop that back on there like that. We'll hit the end. We'll make sure that it's a proper magic wand again. Where are you going? What are you doing? There, come back. I'm trying to show you a magic trick. What are you doing? Have you got it again? How do you keep doing this?
It keeps dropping down.
How does it keep dropping off? Give me the end of my magic wand, you. You're a nightmare. How do you keep doing this? Right, last time. I'm going to pop that on there like that, and then we're going to do the trick. Where's she going?
Thea, pass it.
What are you doing? You've done it again. Right, you're ruining this because you keep stealing my magic wand, so we're not doing that one anymore. Right. Right, I really like rope tricks. Who likes rope tricks? I like rope tricks. I do. You like them?
Yeah.
Do you like them? If you like them, you have to make loads of noise.
Like this.
Who likes rope tricks? Yeah! Okay, perfect. I've got 2 pieces of rope. That one is what colour?
White.
And that one is
Red.
what colour? Red. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to take the red one. I'm going to put that over there now, and we're just going to use the white one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot in this piece of rope. Just about there. Exactly. Finishing my lines. So we have 1 knot tied in a piece of rope. Now what I'm going to do is take that piece of rope, hold it up like that, and drop it. And when I drop it, the knot's going to be gone. Would that be amazing?
Yes.
I think it would. Take the knot up like that, we drop it down, when the rope comes down, knot's gone. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I don't think you're ready for this. Are you ready? After 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's gone! Woo! Thank you very much, I'm here all week. Where do you think the knot's gone?
In your hand.
In my hand. It's not. Look.
In the other hand.
Empty. Hand. You've just said it's in my hand. My hand's
In the
empty.
other hand.
No, empty.
In the other hand.
No, I've just shown you that one. It's empty.
Both hands at the same time.
What?
Both hands at the same time. That's
See?
not the same time, that's the second layer.
Oh, right, fine. You caught me. It's in there. Right, okay, fine. Ropes. The knot's in there. What I'm going to do is distract you. So if I take this piece of rope, the red piece of rope, and the white piece of rope, and I spin around like this. Spin around and spin around and spin around and spin around, and then do this, and now look, knot's gone.
What's that?
What's what?
That.
That's a red piece of rope. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah,
It's
but
that
look
one.
at it.
What?
Look at it. Look at the red rope.
No, the knot
Yeah,
has
but
gone
look
off
at
the rope. Look how clever's that?
Yeah,
The knot's gone.
Look at the red one.
What's wrong with the red one?
Because just look at it.
has the red.
That was just there to distract you. There's nothing.
That has the
Look. Knot on. Look.
that has the knot on.
Oh,
That's where it went.
that's where it went.
Yes.
Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does that work? You can't have a white knot on a red piece of rope, can you?
Undo it.
What do you mean undo it? Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. First off, we'll check to see if it is a real knot or not. Because if it was a real knot, you wouldn't be able to slide it to the bottom like that, would you? If it was a real, it's a fake knot. It's a fake knot. I didn't. If it's a fake knot, you wouldn't look. You've got it at the top there like that. Move the rope down, and now the knot's at the bottom. If it was a real knot, that wouldn't happen, would it? You wouldn't be able to slide it down the rope like that. I know Ryland probably could because he's a proper magician, but I'm not. So I'm just saying, look, if you slide it down like that, that's obviously not a real knot, is it? It can't be. If it was a real knot, you wouldn't be able to untie it, would you? If it was a real knot, you wouldn't be able to untie it at all. Look, can't untie it. It's not a real knot.
It's untied.
What are you talking about? How did that happen? Is that because you're here?
Maybe.
Is that because you're here and you're a proper magician? The knots become part of the rope there. Look at that. That's amazing. How did that happen? That's got to be Ryland. It's got to be Ryland. It's got to be something to do with him, hasn't it?
Next week on the Matt-umentary.